What is up, Gamer Army? Welcome back to another fun-filled, exciting episode of Psycho Gamer. As always, I am your host, Aubrey, and today we are going to look at some stuff that Arcade1up announced 2 or 3 weeks back. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't able to do a video on it, but I am doing it now. Now, we're going to take a look at these Arcade1up corporate bundles that they ended up announcing just a few weeks ago. We're going to look at each of these particular bundles, and we're going to see what games they actually have available inside each one of these particular cabinets. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe, guys. Turn on those post notifications and stay tuned. We're going to talk about these corporate bundles right after this. Stay tuned. All right. Welcome back, guys. Like I said, we are going to take a look at these corporate bundles that Arcade1up has actually released that are going to cater to multiple people through multiple genres of games when it comes to arcade machinery. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to switch over to my computer and we're going to take a look at these groups. All right, here we are. Corporate bundles from garage startups to Fortune 500s. Arcade1up has you covered with perfectly curated instant arcades for any sized office space. Each specially priced, reflecting a significant discount off of retail, these bundles will propel your company's work hard, play hard culture to the next level. So the first bundle we're going to take a look at is the Garage Startup Bundle. Now, yes, you see I have all these tabs opened up. These are for each of the groups that they actually have available. So we'll try not to take too much time on them, but it's still going to be kind of cool. So you can tell by this particular one, Garage Startup Bundle, amp up that entrepreneurial energy with a starting set of retro gaming radness. And this is it. So it is $999.99. It is going to have 3 Arcade1up games, so you get to save a grand total of $449.97 or 98 cents. And you're going to get the Capcom Legacy Edition arcade machine, which is going to have 12 different Capcom titles. You have the Miss Pac-Man Partycade, so you get the little small one to kind of put on a countertop, and you also have the Simpsons arcade machine. Now, yes, I know if you actually had gone to Walmart, you could have gotten these 2 things right here for about a grand total of $300 with some of the clearances that they've had at Walmart. But if you consider the regular prices for these particular machines, this is actually not a bad deal at all. And it would be a good starting point to introduce maybe a teenager into some of these particular fighting games. Teenagers most likely are going to know Street Fighter. They're going to know The Simpsons from the TV shows. Miss Pac-Man, they might be a little when it comes to that. So it might be a little bit of a learning curve for some younger people that actually are into the more blow 'em up, shoot 'em up kind of games. We're going to go to the next one here. It's the Kids Waiting Room Bundle. Sure to put a smile on those faces, a healthy dose of family-friendly favorites. So this is going to be one that is going to be good for younger kids. So you actually get both of these Pac-Man and Paw Patrol games that are fully built. They come, all you got to do is really take them out of the box and plug them in, and the kids are ready to go. They even got their own little small plastic stools. Just if you're a little older, don't play on it, unfortunately. Now, this is going to be $899.97, so you're going to save $300 or $400 when it comes to these particular cabinets. 31% discount, which is pretty cool. You get, like I said, the Arcade1up Pac-Man and the Paw Patrol, and you also get the Pong head-to-head arcade table. So it's basically one of those cocktail tables that you can sit at and just kind of play Pong with each other. It's going to be great for a lot of those retro, super retro gaming families that maybe want to start introducing their kids into this particular genre of gaming when it comes to arcade machines. So it's a really cool little bundle to start the kids with. The next one we're going to take a look at is the Waiting Room Bundle. Talk about a great wait. They'll absolutely want to make multiple return visits to the nostalgic retro gaming assortment, an amazing usage of a medium-sized space. So you can tell the actual games they're going to have here. You're going to have the Turtles in Time, NBA Jam, Super Pac-Man, and Miss Pac-Man Partycades. But we're going to move over into that one to see the pricing. So it is $1299.99. Regular price is $1,799.96. So you are going to be saving about $500 when it comes to this particular particular corporate bundle. So as you see, Turtles in Time, Super Pac-Man Partycade, Miss Pac-Man, and NBA Jam. So that's really not too bad of a deal, especially when you get Turtles in Time. I think it's going for around $500-600. And NBA Jam, well, they really just re-released it, so it actually has the backlit marquee and all the other bells and whistles when it comes to those particular games. Plus, you do have the XL Shaq edition that's coming out as well very, very soon, which I believe they may have started shipping, if I'm not mistaken. So get this one if these are some games that you are possibly looking at getting. Your next one is going to be the Fighting Gym Bundle. It's kind of cool. They actually have punching bags and everything here. Now here's the way to get their blood flowing pre and post workout, and maybe even during, with this bone crunching or crushing bundle of aggressive awesomeness. So when you actually go into this one, it is $1,659.98. So you get to save $640 off of the original price when it comes to these cabinets. Now you do get Killer Instinct, which is a really nice bargain in there. It's not the pro version of Killer Instinct that I know everybody's waiting for. You get the Capcom Legacy Edition arcade machine. You get the Marvel vs. Capcom head-to-head arcade table, which you really can't go wrong with Marvel vs. Capcom, which a lot of us, I know, we are waiting for them to announce the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 cabinet. We know their machinery can work with it, so it's really not... If it can handle Killer Instinct, it should have no problem handling Marvel vs. Capcom 2, let alone Marvel vs. Capcom 1. Midway Legacy Edition arcade machine. So there's a lot of really good cabinets. Basically, Mortal Kombat 2 is really what we're looking at. You get a lot of games with this particular price for $1,659.98. Good starting point, or maybe a midway starting point for somebody that may not have these particular cabinets already. We're going to look at the Basement Bar Bundle. That looks like a bunch of the smaller stuff. Pull up a stool and stay a while. Deck out your subterranean refuge and iconic arcade favorites from the 90s and the 80s that are compact in size but huge on fun. So we go over here to this one. I'm just going to round it. It's $700. It saves you about $310. You get the NBA Jam 2-player countercade, Pac-Man, Super Pac-Man Partycade, Miss Pac-Man Partycade, Mortal Kombat 2-player countercade. So these are mostly for someone that's got their own bar. You can put them at your counters and people can play it, whether you have a bar or if you actually have just your own home arcade that's got a little bar behind the counter. This would be kind of a cool little thing to have when friends come over if you don't want to break out the big cabinets. Next one is the Speakeasy Bundle. That actually has a number of different games. So you got 5 different games right here. We're going to go over here, Speakeasy. It's $2,649. $2,650. We'll just go with that. You save $700 off the retail price. So this is another really good bundle because this is like the most basic bundle you're going to get that actually comes with one of the arcade cabinets. So it's going to come with Street Fighter 2 Big Blue. Now that alone, a lot of people would get it for. Ridge Racer, the arcade machine, one of the best racing games that they've released so far. Outrun was good, but I think the Ridge Racers kind of got it beat out. Pong 4-player pub table. You get the Attack from Mars digital pinball, which I know a lot of people are buying these, and they are doing the mods on them and adding multiple tables to them. Golden Tee arcade machine 3D edition. So this is the Golden Tee XL essentially. So it's the one that does not have to have the riser. It is technically their full-size cabinet at 19 inches with the backlit marquee. So you get the new updated variations of really everything that they've got available. Next one, we're looking at a Series A Rec Room Bundle, and you get a crap ton of stuff in here. Ventures on their way up fast. Give your dedicated staff a superb space to blow off some steam. So this one, they're talking about $3,500. You can save about $1,100 on this particular set. You get a lot of games. You get 7 cabinets here, up to and including the Marvel Pinball, which is the one I believe they screwed up the other day on Amazon and Target. So if not, I think it might have been the Star Wars one. It's one of those two. Simpsons Arcade, Ridge Racer, Street Fighter 2 Big Blue, Marvel Digital Pinball. You get the Terminator 2 arcade machine, which I've seen some really cool mods of that. People are painting the guns black instead of having your red and blue ones to kind of give it more like a feel of them actually playing with the guns in this particular game. But it does have good solid force feedback. The only issue I've heard is sometimes the force feedback can drown out the gameplay. You get the Miss Pac-Man Galaga class of 1981 arcade machine, so you really get to go retro gaming with this, real retro gaming, as opposed to some games that are still a little more relevant, as well as getting your NBA Jam arcade machine. Now, the last bundle they have is the Fortune 500 bundle. It looks like you get so much more in here. Ultimate and instant office arcades. This will absolutely show off your corporate culture coolness factor. This is going to be a big one. Now, this one is huge. It doesn't look like people can get it right this second, so most likely they've sold out of what they have here, or they don't have all these games available. But you're looking at $1,750 off of the $7,200 price point. And when we do the math, it looks like this is going to come to about $5,450, according to approximately the math when we're looking at it. You get 11 cabinets here. You get the Simpsons. You get the Atari Legacy Edition arcade machine. You get the Star Wars digital pinball and Marvel digital pinball. So you get 2 pinball machines. Ridge Racer the arcade. Street Fighter 2 Big Blue. Terminator 2 Miss Pac-Man Galaga class of 1981. NBA Jam arcade. Mortal Kombat head-to-head. And you get the Marvel vs. Capcom head-to-head arcade table. This is essentially an arcade all-in-one. So if you are wanting to start your own arcade, you have the funds, you don't want to go and have to hunt all these games down and pay for individual shippings and have a bunch of different warranties from different places. When this becomes available, you can click notify me and they'll let you know when it's available. This is an amazing, amazing, amazing bundle for you. And from up here, free shipping on orders over $599, free shipping on this entire set right here. So if you don't have any of these games, this is perfect. I would tell you, go do this if you have the money to do it. You know, when you start looking at $5,500, that's a car for a lot of people. You know, that's a down payment on a house for a lot of people. And that's money to survive for many, many months. So what do you guys think of these particular corporate bundles? I think they're really cool, and I think they can really benefit a lot of people when it comes to getting started with their own home or small business arcades. So that's really going to do it for the video, guys. I don't really have much more to really go over when it comes to this, but I think this is something many of you guys may actually enjoy. Now, are you going to enjoy every single game that's actually on this list? Probably not. There's going to be people that are going to be like, I'm not a big sports fan, so I'm not going to care about NBA Jam, or I'm not going to want to go as far back as Tempest, you know, things like that. But you get those particular ones, and it, some cases, is not always about you. It's about the people that are around you and the reactions and the facial expressions and the fun that is meant to be had with each of these particular cabinets. And it will mean a lot to your friends and family. So if you don't have these, definitely consider getting one of these bundles to get you started and save you a little bit of money. So hopefully you guys really liked this video. I hope you liked the breakdown of the Arcade1up corporate bundles with all these. So hopefully you guys will give a like and subscribe. Make sure you leave a comment below about what you think of these particular bundles. I like them. If I had the room and I had the money, heck, I would be probably jumping on the big one after I saved some money and hopefully didn't have to eat ramen for the next year and a half, because that would be bad. Yes, it would. So I appreciate you guys coming and watching the video and hanging out with me. Until next time, guys, game on.